Welcome students. Now in this video we are going to talk about the flexible manufacturing system, which is nothing but the FMS. Flexible manufacturing system. Okay, so the flexible manufacturing system or the FMS is integrating all the major elements in the manufacturing into the highly automatic or automated system. Please remember, it is, or FMS, what it is doing, it is integrating, FMS is integrating all major elements in the manufacturing into highly automated system, So when this system gets started, or the use of the system, the FMS started late in 1960s, 1960 के दशक में, और 1960 में, in the late of 1960, this FMS was getting started for the implementation. So what this FMS contains? So FMS consists of the number of machine cells and containing the industrial robot which will serve the CNC machines, and material handling system which is interfaced to a central computer. So it is having number of cells containing industrial robot, and of course this robot is going to serve the CNC machines. Also there are the material handling systems which are interfaced to one central or host computer, isn't it, like in the DNC. So now see here, if I am talking about this FMS, which is highly automated and can optimize each steps in the total manufacturing operation, It is highly automated and can able to optimize, this word is very important, it can able to optimize each steps in the total manufacturing operation, where the term each is basically used for different processes and operations. Okay, where each steps is actually consist of, each step consists of the processes, different processes and operations कौन से, if I talk about this processes, then I am grinding, for example I am writing grinding, cutting, forming, then powder metallurgy, various heat treatments. Okay, and some operations if I write, then there is inspection, assembly and inspection. But out of this, see, the FMS is most suitably for the machining and assembling, please remember. But out of this FMS is most suitable for machining and in assemblies, please remember. So this is about the basics of the FMS. It is integrating all the major elements in the manufacturing. It is highly automatic system which uses the robots, material handling system, right? Every step in the manufacturing can be get optimized using this flexible manufacturing system. So see here, in short, if we want to define the flexible manufacturing system in simple fashion. So it is nothing but the DNC. It is nothing but the distributed direct numerical control system, where the handling of material between the machines is automatic or by some automated guided vehicle, conveyors, some transfer mechanisms, some have specially designed pallets. So if I write simply, the FMS is nothing but the direct numerical control system. In DNC, we know that many of the CNC machines are getting controlled by the central computer, host computer, through the telecommunication wire systems. So same thing, but here only the addition is that the material handling is fully automated. So DNC plus this automated guided vehicles will give us the flexible manufacturing system. Okay, now see here. So see, the FMS is a system. The FMS is a system. Actually, it is regarded the to another system, or it is regarding the inclusion of two other systems. That is, one is, if I want to write, one is which is highly productive, but inflexible, and second is job shop production with the standalone machine, okay, which is give the highest number of components in with a single machine tool. But it is what? But it is inefficient. So see, in FMS is also including with the two other system, that is, which is highly productive and inflexible. And we know this is what? Highly productive but inflexible. We are having the transfer line. Okay, so generally we have to do the comparison between this transfer line and this flexible manufacturing system. So if we see, the transfer line is what? If the process or line layout, if the product or line layout is automized or mechanized in such a fashion that the manless manufacturing can be possible on the floor. Manless. It is the line or the product layout which can be mechanized or automized such that the manless manufacturing is possible. It is known as the transfer line, and the machines used in the transfer line are known as the transfer machines. So if you look at this graph of the volume versus variety of component manufactured, this is varieties of component on x-axis and volume of this component on y-axis. So see here, at this stage, that is, these are the transfer machines which are suitable for very high production rate. It is very highly productive line. Certain very less varieties can be produced in very large numbers. That is a mass production, isn't it? So in this case, these transfer machines are used. But see here, then we are having the special purpose machines. Again, these are used for the mass production, and here we are having this flexible manufacturing system, and here is the CNC. Then we are having NC-CNC, rather I can say, and here FMS and FMC. Definitely we are going to see what is meant by FMC, and these are our general purpose machines. So look at this graph. You can say that the transfer machines are highly productive machines, are very highly productive machines which can produce the higher varieties, higher volume, but very less varieties. Even special purpose machines are also used for the mass production. But you look at this FMS and the CNC machines, NC-CNC machines, they are suitable for the batch type production. That is medium variety, medium variety, and medium volume. And if you look at the general purpose machine, that there are number of components or parts can be manufactured, but in very low volume. Our lathe machine, milling machine, right? So these are the general purpose machine. We can get the many number of parts, different varieties, but in very low volume. Very low volume. So please remember that we are comparing this FMS, flexible manufacturing system, with this transfer line. So where the line is mechanized or automated in such a fashion that manless manufacturing can be possible. Now if we compare, now suppose if we want to compare this transfer line or in that machine used is known as transfer machine or our flexible manufacturing system. So with the general characteristics, here I am writing the general characteristics. So let us take the first characteristics, the number of parts produced. Okay, this is the first characteristic. Suppose I take. Second, I will take the lot size. Third, I will take the part changeover time. मतलब सेटिंग, दो नए प्रोडक्ट के बीच में, पार्ट के बीच में जब सेटिंग आता है तब चेंज ओवर होता है, राइट? फोर्थ, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द टूल चेंज, फोर्थ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक. फिफ्थ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक, आई टॉक अबाउट एडाप्टिव कंट्रोल. We know what is meant by adaptive control system, adaptive numerical control. Then if we talk about the inventory, and finally if I talk about the efficiencies of these two, that is transfer line and flexible manufacturing system. So see here, if we talk about the number of parts which are produced, so here in general I can write generally few. Here if I talk about in FMS, we can produce many number of parts. So here lot size, here the lot size is actually greater than 100, but in FMS lot size from 1 to 50. Part changeover time in transfer line from half an hour to 8 hours. See, very huge. But in FMS we are using the single minute of die exchange, SMED. In 1 minute even you can able to change the setup on the machine. Tool changes, so tool changes in transfer machine is manual, whereas in FMS it is automatic. Here it is automatic. Adaptive control is difficult actually in transfer, but in FMS it is available. If you look at the inventory, so inventory is low in case of transfer, large or high in case of the transfer line and low in case of the FMS. And efficiency, so efficiency of the transfer line, if you see, it is 60 to 70%, but in FMS it is up to 85%. So these are the comparison characteristics for the FMS and the transfer line Please remember this. Okay, so this is the main or basic comparison that we can do with respect to certain characteristics between the transfer line and FMS. ट्रांसफर लाइन क्या होती है कि जहां पे ऑटोमेशन 100% ऑटोमेशन है और मैकेनाइजेशन है, मैनलेस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इज पॉसिबल देयर. इन FMS व्हाट इज देयर, हाईली ऑटोमेटिक कंट्रोल है, ऑटोमेटेड सिस्टम है जहां पे CNC सिस्टम्स अवेलेबल है, सेंट्रल कंप्यूटर उसको क्या कर रहा है, कंट्रोल कर रहा है. देन अगेन वी आर हैविंग for the material handling, there are the automatic guided vehicles, there are some special transfer mechanisms, there are some specially designed pallets. So these are the things in the flexible manufacturing system. That is why, in short, what we have defined about the FMS, that it is nothing but the combination of, it is a combination of DNC तो पता है आपको, DNC plus automated guided vehicles for the material movement. And please remember, the function of the material movement in the FMS is not only to have the movement of the parts between the machines, but it also orients the parts on the machine for the processing automatically. The automated material handling system not only used for the movement of the parts between the machines, but also there is a orientation of the parts on the machine for the processing. It is also done by automatic or automatically. So this is the main difference in transfer line and in FMS. So please see it. Now see, as from the graph volume versus variety of the product, we have seen that the FMCs are, and our CNC machines are basically suitable for the medium volume and medium variety of the product. That is, they are suitable for the batch production, isn't it? And one more thing is that when we talk about the CNC machines actually, so the downtime, that is the setup time, whenever there is a part changeover is on the line, so it requires the huge amount of time for that setup or setting of the new parts. So one is completed, now there is second part that to be uploaded on the machine. So setting is required. So downtime, that setting time or downtime is very high. Setup time is very high in setup time, which is also known as the downtime, is high in case of the CNC machines. Okay, so that is a reason why the tooling plays a very important role in case of the CNC. That is, the tool should be, or the tooling should be preset or reset. This characteristic should be in the tools of the CNC machine. So for that, we require certain special characteristics in the tooling of these CNC machines. So what are these characteristics? So number one characteristic of the tooling on the CNC is that the tools or tooling should be rigid, which will withstand the high cutting forces for high material removal rate. That is very important thing. Second, as just now I discussed, the presetting, or I can say resetting, is available. It should be available. We'll talk about this presetting. And third is that it should be accurate to produce the repetitive accuracy. So these are some special characteristics that the tooling of CNC should have. Now see which kinds of tooling basically available for the CNC. If we see these, the types of tooling for the CNC, what are the types we are generally use? We are having number one, these are the preset tooling. Second, we are having the qualified tooling. The third, we are having semi-qualified tooling. And the fourth one, we are having indexable inserts or indexable inserts tooling. Directly you can. So see, what is preset tooling? So preset tooling is what actually, so to minimize the downtime or setup time onto the line. So here when the setup is going to come, before that the tool is ready, or the fixture or the tool holder for the next setup is get ready itself in the tool room of the company, and when there is time for setup, it is directly taken onto the machine and directly in straight away fixing onto the machine. So definitely it is going to reduce the downtime by presetting of the tool done in the tool room itself, not onto the machine, isn't it? So these are the preset toolings we are used in case of the CNC machine tools to minimize downtime. Okay, to downtime is minimized by using this presetting of tooling. Next we are having the qualified toolings. See here, the position of the cutting edge of the tool, is close within the close limit of accuracy, and which is with reference to the datum of tool holder. So see here, the position of this cutting edge of the tool, the position of the cutting edge is in very close limit of the accuracy with reference to the datum of the tool holder, and it can locate the tool. This qualified tooling can locate the tool at predetermined position. That is the specialty of qualified tooling. And if you talk about the semi-qualified tooling, so it is having 3 buttons on the shank of the tool, and please remember these 3 buttons are adjustable. These 3 adjustable buttons which are on the shank of the tool, which can produce by adjusting these buttons, we get the qualified dimensions, and of course it can be used on different machines. So this is the semi-qualified tooling for the CNC. So preset tooling, of course, it is the set into the tool room and directly taken on straight away, fixing onto the machine, increases the downtime. Qualified tooling, it is locating the tool at the predetermined position, and it is the cutting edge of the tool is in close limit of the accuracy with reference to the datum of the tool holder. And if you talk about this indexable inserts, so we know that in CNC we are using these carbide inserts, which can be either braced or can be indexed onto the body of the cutting tool. So generally in CNC type toolings we are not using braced inserts. Braced inserts are not used, okay, but here yes, indexable inserts generally कौन से यूज करते हैं? कार्बाइड इंसर्ट्स आर यूज्ड, which will give the higher cutting speed and very less tool changing time. So these are the toolings which can be used on the CNC machine to minimize the setup time or downtime. As I made one statement that CNC machines are used for the CNC and FMS are used for basically for the batch production. At the other side, it is having the huge amount of setup or downtime. To minimize that, we are having these types of toolings on the CNC machine tool. Please remember this. Now, after seeing these toolings for the CNC, let us now again come to the flexible manufacturing system. So here now we will discuss the elements of the FMS. The elements of FMS, or you can also call it as the subsystem of FMS. The subsystem of FMS. So what are the elements? So number one, we are having the workstations. Second, we are having automatic handling, and the transport of the parts or components. Third one, we are having the control system, and fourth, I can add here the human labors. The human labors. So these are four very important elements of the FMS. So if you look at the workstation, so as the workstation or the type of production is going to define the type of workstation, and we have seen in the definition of flexible manufacturing system is that it is the highly automated system. So definitely the workstations that are used in the FMS should be highly automatic, and they should be reprogrammable to accommodate the variety of products. Please remember, in FMS, whatever the workstation that we are using, it should be, or whatever the workstation, rather I can say the machines should be highly automatic and reprogrammable to accommodate large variety of products. So that is the reason why the majority of the machines which are used in the FMS are generally the CNC machine tools, which are the CNC machining center and CNC turning center. Along with that, we are having the special purpose machines, their toolings, and also the inspection stations. So this is about the workstation in the FMS. Now, if you talk about the automatic handling and transport of the components of the parts in the FMS, as I already discussed, the function of the automatic material or automatic handling or material handling in the FMS, it is having two functions. Number one function, to have the movement of the part between the machines, and second, to orientate the given workpiece for the operation on the machine tools automatically. The orientation of the parts on the machine tool for the processing automatically. This is the second function of the material handling into the FMS. So see here, the material handling into the FMS is controlled by the central computer, and which is the handling which is performed by the automated guided vehicles, various transmission systems, various specially designed pallets. Okay, so these are the material handling tools or equipments which are controlled again by the computer in the flexible manufacturing system. Now come to the control system. See, control system is actually the brain of this FMS, right? Control system क्या है? FMS का दिमाग है कि जिसमें बहुत सारे कंप्यूटर सॉफ्टवेयर्स एंड हार्डवेयर्स आर इंक्लूडेड. So this is the brain of the control system is what? It is the brain of the flexible manufacturing system, which includes the varieties of softwares, computer softwares and hardwares. So see, so each and every equipments in this workstation, each and every equipment in the workstation, that is the CNC machines, these are controlled by this computer, and also the material handling of the parts, of the blanks, of the components, it is also get controlled by the central computer, that we know. So these are the control system in the FMS. Now if we talk about the human labors, see, even though what I am saying in the FMS, generally we are not require any human being, as I repeatedly saying that the FMS is fully automatic system, but still we require the human interference in this whole system. That is, see, we require this system manager. अगर ये पूरे हम system को अप्रिशिएट और सिस्टम हम लगा रहे फ्लोर पे, तो डेफिनेटली ये देखने वाला कोई मैनेजर चाहिए. सो वी रिक्वायर सिस्टम मैनेजर. So here we are also using the industrial robot which are serving the CNC machines. So definitely robot operator we require. We require the mechanical, electrician, mechanical, then electrical, then hydraulic. All the technicians actually we require. We require the manpower for the loading and unloading of the job, say for the setups. So in many of the work where we need to have some interface with the human labor. So that's why the human labor is also one of the element of the flexible manufacturing system. So see, the discussed these four are workstation, automatic handling and transport of the parts, control system, and the human labors are the subsystems or the elements of the FMS. So in this way we have discussed in details about the flexible manufacturing system. In that we also we focused on the CNC, NC, their toolings, and which kind of production we get from this FMS CNC, and what are the toolings are required. So these all things we have discussed under this video. Name was flexible manufacturing system. Thank you.